Welcome to Bruising Boxing, episode 25. A lot of things to get to on today's show. We got to unveil a new segment, our picks segment. We'll get to that later. We also a lot of heavyweight news in Bruising Boxing, or Bruising News this week. I am Raider Live. With me, as always, is Filthy Rich. Filthy Rich, how you doing?
Looks like the Lakers are about to close out Denver in Game 4. Go Lakers and go Seabach, friend of the show.
And there's a mute right away. We got a mute right off the bat for Filthy Rich. Congratulations. With us, as always, is the Judge, Jimmy James. Judge, how you doing?
As always, good until Rich has to do his little shout-out. He always has something to say, man. Twins are in first place. Go Twinkies.
Yeah, Twinkies up one game. We film our show in Minneapolis. Twins are up one game over the White Sox, and looks like we won't have to play the Yankees in the first round, which is a relief to everybody here, I'll tell you that. But we're here to talk about boxing, not baseball. You boys ready to get to the Bruising News?
A little bit. Ring the
that
bell.
All right, ringing that bell. All right, Bruising News. First thing we got to do, since the name of the show is Bruising News, or Bruising Boxing, is pop a brew. So, gentlemen, cheers.
Cheers, boys.
Drinking the High Life today. What do you got there, Judge? You got the laser snake? Is that what I heard?
Ride the snake.
It's a laser snake?
Yes, laser snake.
Laser snake. What are you drinking there, Filthy Rich?
I ain't drinking no fake laser snake. I'm drinking Yankee beer.
Oh, you're drinking cider again. Okay.
Oh! Oh! Watch out, folks.
Watch out. Filthy Rich gets that cider in him. He gets all fired up.
I'm done with you.
Talking about people getting fired up, first thing we want to talk about is Tyson Fury is fired up about fighting Anthony Joshua, and he told Anthony Joshua, vacate the belts, and we'll fight for anything. I don't even care about belts. As you know, Anthony Joshua only cares about belts. So what do you guys think? Filthy Rich, we'll start with you.
They can hold off. I'm with Joshua on this one. I know Fury wants to get this fight going, but I'm with Joshua. Go ahead, take everything you can. If the report is that Anthony Joshua wants to collect belts before he wants to fight Tyson Fury, so be it. I'm okay with it. Joshua's fighting some big names, and he's doing it all the time. Let Fury go out and fight the little names and just keep his name relevant. Go beat up Deontay Wilder one more time. This fight is bound to happen. I'm in no rush for it. Let's let this COVID thing run its course, your words, Raider Live, and let's fill up Wembley Stadium. Make this a mega fight that the fans deserve.
To be fair, when I said that was episode 1 6 months ago.
Yes, it was.
So, I mean,
yes, it was.
You can't really hold me to that. But so what do you think? That Tyson is Anthony Joshua kind of going to fight Povetkin before he fights Fury then?
You asking me or James?
Oh, I'm asking both of you. I'll throw it out there. All right, good talk.
Pick it up, Rich.
Judge, what do you think about this Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury calling him out?
No, you pick it up, Rich.
I guess the question was, will he fight Povetkin? I would say go ahead and fight Povetkin. Go beat him up and take that belt. I think Povetkin beats Wilder, so you're fighting a better opponent. So, yeah, go ahead and fight Povetkin. I think he already beat Povetkin anyways. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, Povetkin's probably going to lose his rematch to Dillian White anyway, so maybe he'll be fighting Dillian White next. Who knows?
Beat Dillian White already, too.
Yeah, he did. So what do you think, Judge? Is this just talk to get him into the ring, or where's this all coming from?
Look, man, people want to see big-name fights. Fury is a big name. Joshua is a big name. Joshua and Fury should fight. I am not interested in Fury Wilder 2. It doesn't do anything for me. Three. My apologies. Thank you, Rich.
Yeah, we already saw 2.
Yeah, I didn't care for 2 either. Either way, Joshua, there's nothing for him to wait for. Let's get the fight that people want to see. Who is Joshua going to fight next? You're talking about Joshua fights all the big names. He's fought what? White, Klitschko, Parker, and Ruiz twice. Povetkin.
You beat. You say Parker? Yeah, I mean, go ahead. He's only fought like 25 times. I mean, what more do you expect? I think he's fought bigger heavyweights and almost like Muhammad Ali has fought a lot of big heavyweights. He's pushing that number. Uh-oh, am I going to get muted for comparing him? I'm not comparing him to Muhammad Ali. He's not the next Muhammad Ali, but even Carlos Takam was ranked number 10 at the time of the fight. He is fighting the biggest names he can get. Turn your phone off, bro.
Look, first of all,
Mute him, Raider Live.
Look, I want to see Fury and Wilder. I want to see Fury and Joshua. Joshua has 4 belts of his ABC belts. Fury has 1. If you want to unify him, let's unify him. Who cares about these mandatories? Don't fight Ruiz a 3rd time. There's nobody else in this heavyweight division that anybody wants to see. Nobody wants to see Joshua Wilder either. Fury, Joshua, that's what they want to see. Especially if you live in the UK, tell me you don't want to see that fight. Fury and Joshua.
Are you sure you don't mean Joshua and Amir Khan?
Y'all figure a way to put Amir Khan in his
By the way, I'm going to throw this in there. We started our Bruising Boxing Instagram account yesterday. Follow us on Instagram, and the first person we followed was Amir Khan. So we're going to keep that. That'll be our first picture on there too, I think. But go ahead, Judge.
Yeah, I think it's valid. What does Joshua want more? Does he want more belts, or does he want to be the best? If he wants more belts, fine. Do these mandatories. Keep fighting whoever you want to fight. If you don't want to fight Tyson Fury, whatever.
What if he takes
Fury
the mandatory against
Usyk?
Usyk?
You're getting into a crazy talk. How Usyk is the mandatory? Fighting 1 fight in the heavyweight division is beyond me.
Wait. He's not it sounds like you're like jumping to this conclusion that he's ducking Fury. He's not ducking Fury. The fans deserve a sold-out Wembley Stadium across the pond. Shout out to our friends over in the UK. This can wait until they can sell that arena out. I'm okay with waiting a little bit longer. I mean, I waited a little bit longer for this Lakers game to end, and the Lakers pulled it off, so we're okay with that.
I'm not okay with that, Rich. I want to see fights now. There's no point in waiting. I'm sick and tired of waiting. If I'm the fan, I don't want to wait for 5 years Mayweather-Pacquiao to get made. I don't want to deal with that. I want to fight now, and let's get this stuff over with so we can then move on and then have the epic showdowns like Pacquiao and Marquez. 5 fights through all those things. You know what I mean? Like that's what draws stuff in. That's my personal opinion. That's where I stand. Fury, do it, Gypsy King. Let's do it.
Well, Eddie Hearn seems to think that Fury and Joshua will fight twice in 2021. So he seems confident that they'll get it done. I mean, Fury's still got to fight. He still has to repeat that same fight that he had the last time and the time before that against Wilder. I mean, it's going to be the same fight. You said it was we don't want to see Tyson, or we don't want to see Fury and Wilder too. We already saw that, and we're going to see it again. It's going to be the same fight. So that's that's a Freudian slip. It's going to be the same fight. The Gypsy King is going to beat him up. That meme I sent you guys was pretty funny, where he says he's in the best shape of his life, and I lost because I overtrained for this fight. I like that too.
That was a pretty good one, man, because if he overtrained for the last fight, he looks like he's already overtraining for this fight, especially from all the reports and everything. That's just
do you guys know Joshua have a fight lined up for 2020 or not? Is he supposed to be fighting somebody scheduled? Do you guys know? I know he's got mandatories against a bunch of them that he's supposed to be taking.
I don't. There's nothing that's set in stone yet. There's nothing on paper. I personally don't know of anything, but there's a bunch of mandatories that he has to fight. I don't know, Rich. Do you have any more info on this?
He's going to take the biggest fights, the biggest names. It doesn't matter. There's not one time where I said, "Ooh, look at," like, we never led the show off saying Anthony Joshua's ducking someone. So if he has to wait for Povetkin White to finish up, he could take that winner, and that is a good thing, because I think White was supposed to probably get a rematch if with Joshua if he beat Povetkin. Now Povetkin ended up winning that fight, so that kind of changed things. But if White wins that fight, Joshua's fighting White. And that's just the way it goes. And White is still a big name. But if Povetkin's in his way, he'll go through Povetkin too. I don't know who you need to line up for this guy. I think he's the best heavyweight. I've said this since episode 1. He's the best heavyweight in the world.
Joshua's already fought White, and he's already fought Povetkin. Fight Fury. Fight someone you don't know. Let's get it on. Let's stop the twos.
How about Fury fight White or Povetkin? He hasn't fought anybody.
Well, he
fought Klitschko. He fought Klitschko for the lineal championship, and that's what he got. But Joshua also beat Klitschko. It's a little late, but Joshua's beaten everyone, including everyone. Well, maybe not
except
including
Ruiz.
He beat Ruiz.
Well, he beat him the second time. Yeah.
He lost to Ruiz.
It was a replacement fighter. Let's not get into this. It was
I will. He has got a law. He blemish.
Have fun at it. You're gonna get trolled on Twitter. Bruising Boxing on Twitter.
That's right. And check us out on Instagram, Bruising Boxing.
Yeah, please definitely troll the judge on Twitter because Filthy Rich is the one that runs the Twitter page. So feel free to go ahead and troll the judge all you want on that page. And Filthy Rich will probably like it and retweet it for you as well. I guarantee that. All right, let's move on to the next bit of heavyweight news here. It looks like that Usyk is going to fight Derrick Chisora on Halloween this year. Talk about two personalities fighting on Halloween. You can't even write that in a movie. I mean, it's these guys are crazy, and they're going to fight on Halloween. Should be interesting to see. What do you think? You're a big Usyk guy there, Judge. What do you think of this fight coming up? Should Usyk be afraid of this opponent, by the way?
Look, Usyk, if you look at a lot of these ranking sites like the IBO, and I guess I haven't looked at Ring Magazine lately, but Usyk is ranked extremely high in the heavyweight division with only having one fight against, oh, you guessed it, Chaz Witherspoon. I know everybody knows Mr. Chaz Witherspoon, right?
Didn't he
he's
play
the guy Wedding Crashers, right?
No, he's a dude that played Ice Cube's dad in Friday.
Could be.
Yeah, he's the dog catcher. Man,
take a job.
Yeah, like, dude,
choke him.
To be honest, I don't know. Like, look, Usyk is I think Usyk is a good fighter. However, he dominated cruiserweight. Is that going to translate to the same thing in the heavyweight division? People are talking like it is. I would love to see it. For me, Chisora, who has definitely fought a lot of big name people, he's lost to a lot of big name people. But
would that make him a gatekeeper, Filthy Rich?
In a sense, I would kind of agree, but he's also old too. So, I mean, whether he loses or beats these guys, he's 36 years old. Not to cut James off. I don't know if you were cut out. Do you want to keep going?
Do it. Pick it. Run it.
So, like, yeah, he has lost to some big names here, but he's also 36 years old. I think this is a good fight for Usyk to see if he belongs in this division. Is Chisora my number one opponent, the guy I want to see him fight? Not really, but if you can't get past Chisora, maybe you don't belong in this division. I think I would take Usyk to win, but it wouldn't shock me if Chisora ends up with the victory.
Yeah, if you want to laugh, go and watch both of their training videos that they're trolling each other with. It's pretty funny. And Usyk is also the king of photobombing, too, as we figured out in pre-show. He's pretty funny. You guys both like Usyk in that fight, though?
Oh, man, that's Camp Lomachenko, man. I like Usyk. I think he's got skills. I just don't know if that translates to the heavyweight. I agree with Rich. I think if he beats Chisora, that's a good testament to how he's going to stand against the other guys like a Dillian White, a Wilder, Povetkin, things like that. Like, then he's going to have to still fight through one of those guys to get to Joshua or Fury, in my opinion. But I think it's going to be a good test. I still like Usyk in this fight.
You like Usyk in that fight, Filthy Rich?
Yeah, I kind of do. I think Usyk wins. I don't know if he can knock Chisora out, but at some point, everyone. You have to go downhill, and this is probably the point in Chisora's career where he's going downhill. I could see Usyk stopping Chisora. I don't think Chisora can beat Usyk. I don't know what's going to happen, but if there was money involved, I'd put it on Usyk.
What a good boxing month October's turning out to be, though. You got Lomachenko Lopez, you got Usyk fighting in the heavyweights, trying to prove himself. This is going to be a good little month of boxing here. We're finally back a little bit here, so that should be fun to watch. fun to watch. And speaking of fun guys to talk about, the Big Baby Miller, the original Big Baby Miller, not the new Big Baby Miller that we crowned the new Big Baby. He failed another drug test, as you guys all know, because that's what he does best is fail drug tests. And he blamed this one on taking 30 sexual enhancement pills before the fight. Or 30 days, 30 pills, something like that. Is that exactly how it was put, Judge?
30 days. He took 30 or more. He took like 30 pills like days before the drug test for the fight. It wasn't even before the fight. It was for the drug test. That's what he's blaming this on.
Well, he was trying to stand to attention, so to speak, for that drug test. You know, it's he definitely wasn't going to fall on his face. He had a little kickstand to fall on, I think. But do you guys buy this excuse out of Big Baby that he needed all these enhancement pills? Maybe he's hosting orgies at his place. I don't know. But what do you guys think of the latest excuse from Big Baby Miller? Is it going to get him another shot in boxing, or is he still done? Filthy Rich, we'll start with you because Judge is still chuckling.
Please start with Rich. I cannot wait to hear what he has to say about this.
I mean, I got nothing. I didn't want to think too long and hard about this one.
Where's my rim shot on there? I'll put a rim shot in there.
That's why he goes first. I like that. Cheers to you, Rich.
Well played, sir. Well played. Well played. But in all honesty, is this excuse going to fly for him, you guys think, or is his career still done?
Look, for me, because the judge is in the middle of a sip, I guess I'll take any excuse, man. If that's your excuse, then fine. But what's going on in your bedroom, bro? Like you gotta say, like I don't know, not to say you gotta stop, but I remember what was it, the 2000, I believe it was 2012 World Cup. The two teams, I don't remember the teams, but their opponents went abstinent during the tournament. And the two teams who ended up winning did not go abstinent. So he might be onto something. Look, I need to get a little nookie or whatever we're calling it.
30 pills. That's a lot of nookie.
That's a big dude, man. And then he might have 30 women lined up.
Maybe it's 30 big girls why he needs all that help. I mean,
whatever it may be. Look, this is an excuse. But it might be valid.
It's an original excuse.
I ain't gonna knock the man. I'm on your side. Jarrell Miller, bro, I'm on your side on this one, man. Do what you gotta do, because like all this other stuff can wait, and like in a sense, the ladies they kind of come first, man. So I'll throw it to James. I'll throw it to the married fellas here. I'm single, ladies.
I'm wondering what kind of ring rats Big Baby Miller's getting coming his way, and maybe that's why he needs the 30 pills. I mean, they probably look like the judge down there, you know. Man,
dude, maybe this guy has spent. Maybe he's out in Vegas. He's hanging at the Sapphire Lounge, and he is just high on life. What's crazy to me about this whole thing, like, is that he chose this as his defense, right? He could have chose a lot of different ways to defend himself, and he goes, you know what, folks? I'm going to go with, I took 30 sexual enhancement pills days before my VADA test. That's what I'm going to go with. 30 plus.
I didn't know that stuff would show up.
I can't believe he's not dead. Man.
I can't believe he did. Like, if he would have weighed in for that fight, how'd they keep they didn't have to hold the towel on him. They just, he just hung it on there like a coat rack.
That's a Randy Marsh thing right there. I don't know what you're going to do with that, but that's something's not right, man. That's just too many. And I just,
look, like it's one thing to throw a left hook and a right hook, but a middle hook.
Yeah, watch out for that one. I don't know. That's just crazy. You know what? I can't wait to see how this turns out. I still think his career is after this. I think his career is done. There's just no way he's going to be fighting at any sort of relevance.
Well, his
again.
boxing career might be done, but his sponsorship deals might take a kick up. You can see him doing those commercials of him throwing the football through the tire, and
Just wait. He's going to be on Total T with Frank Thomas. Just wait. Him and Doug Flutie and some other guy too, man. Just wait. They're all going to be hanging out. Be loving life. Don't worry about that.
Well, he's definitely loving life. I'll tell you that. He's
Listen,
high on life.
Can
That's
I?
what he's high on right now.
Can I just say something? Look
Please
do. On a serious note, the podcast listeners, you gotta watch this show. Like, you gotta see the graphics going on. So if you're listening on the podcast, great. We love you for it. Thank you. But check out the YouTube show where there's all kinds of cool graphics. I can't even describe it.
YouTube.com/Raider Live. It's not that hard.
Oh man, we're gonna have a lot of those through the show. Just be ready, folks.
Hey, Miller, Miller. Please fail another drug test again, man. Do us a favor, man. You're adding so much material to the show. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, I'm just picturing him popping them like House does in the show House. You know, just with the Vicodin. He's just popping them every day.
That's what
Big
he's
Baby
doing,
Miller, I'm drinking for you, man.
He is drinking the cider. Do you see that?
You'll drink to that? Is that what it is? You're drinking the cider. You'll drink to that.
Whatever, man. Whatever. It's Yankee juice. It's Yankees juice.
This material is getting stiff.
It's LeBron. I better stop.
All right. Well, maybe Big Baby. If you're just trying to produce a bunch of big babies, then more power to you, buddy. But yeah, if not, lay off it for at least before your drug test. But
oh man.
All right, I think we've that one enough.
No, we could really keep going. We might have to do a part two.
Keep going.
Bonus episode, right, folks?
Oh man.
We could get going, but we got to get into our new segment. And it's our prediction segment. And our prediction segment, we're going to call it B&B, It's How It's Going to Be. Did I say that right? I think I said that right.
Oh, you said it
You're
right.
fine.
That's our prediction segment. We're going to do this every time before a big pay-per-view. Of course, a big pay-per-view this weekend with the Charlo brothers. We're going to go through the fights one by one, give each one of you our picks, and we'll go from there. We'll just see how many upsets are on the card. We'll keep track of the points here too, and something fun to watch on our show, on the YouTube version of our show. The loser this week has to drink Tecate as their beer next week, and we all know how much we love Tecate. Tecate, please call me, and we'll get a sponsorship deal.
Wait. What do you mean we? I think that's Jimmy James loves the Tecate.
Oh, he told us the history of it. It was brilliant. It was.
You don't want the backstory.
Check that out.
And buy the $4 pack of it. You know.
Look, I'll put the episode number in the podcast description of this and the YouTube description, exactly of when we were telling that story. Go check it out.
We were telling that story when you were telling that story.
It has beautiful heart music. It's fantastic.
All right, so
the beer is terrible.
It's not terrible. It's Bolda.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's terrible.
It's Bolda. No bueno. All right. What we're gonna do is we'll start with the undercard and we'll move up to the main events here. We'll just say a quick one or two words followed by your pick for the fight. We'll start with Daniel Roman versus Juan Carlos Payano. Payano. I can never say his name right. Did I say that? Payano. What do you guys think about this fight? Judge, we'll start with you.
I got Roman.
All right, you said a lot about that fight.
Piano's got he's talking some smack, but I got Roman. I
like Payano. I think that at the end of the day, this is a good fight. I know you just want a couple words. This is a good fight. I think Roman's gonna win, but I like Payano. I'm excited and intrigued with this fight.
So are you? What's your pick?
I'm taking Roman. Roman.
Oh, okay.
If I have to drink Tecate, which I'm trying to avoid, by the way, I'm taking Roman.
By the way, if there's a tie, all people that are in last place for tie will be drinking Tecate the next week. So make sure you make your picks good and hard here, guys. All right. I also will take Daniel Roman in that fight as well. I will not go on a limb for that fight. Next fight, we're going to talk about Brandon Figueroa versus Damian Vasquez. Vasquez. I remember
Vasquez.
Squez from, I know, but remember Squez from high school. We used to always say Squez. Vasquez. Shout out if he's watching this show.
He ain't watching.
He probably not.
He ain't listening either.
Filthy Rich, what do you think of that fight? Our first championship fight on this one.
I don't know too much about Vasquez, but I do know a lot about Brandon Figueroa. I was a big Omar Figueroa fan. Still am. I know he's been hampered with injuries lately. I'm taking Brandon because I think this is just a highlight fight for him. This is going to showcase what he can do in the ring. I like Brandon Figueroa in this fight.
Judge?
Same. Figueroa, man. This shouldn't even be. This one, out of all the fights that you have right now, this one should be like the lock. If you want to talk about lock, this should be the fight. Figueroa should beat Vasquez. It's, for the bantamweight champ or whatever, WBA bantamweight championship, but Figueroa should, for lack of a better term, destroy Vasquez.
Yeah, I'm not going out on a limb on that one either. I'm taking Figueroa. And for our gambling folks, if you got $4,000 laying around, you want to make a quick $100, throw that $4,000 on Figueroa to win $100. That's what the odds are on that fight right now. So I mean, that's a little tough for me to lay that $4,000 to win 100. But as sure as the sun's gonna rise,
It
all
sounds
of us
like
are
a
picking the same
guarantee.
fight so far, which is interesting. Let's go to the next one here. Luis Neri versus Aaron Alameda. I can never say his name right.
Alameda.
What do you guys think of this one? Judge, start with you.
Look.
Another championship fight, by the way.
Yes, this is a championship. It is for the vacant belt, the WC Super Bantamweight vacant belt. I got Neri. Neri is a good fighter. If you want some a real quick touchback, he just knocked out Juan Carlos Payano in his last fight. So I've got Neri. I think this dude's the real deal. This is going to be a bloodbath.
Oh. Filthy Rich?
Yeah, I almost agree, but I'm going to go with Neri. Luis Neri. Luis Neri from back in one of our old episodes.
How do we say that? Neri?
I'm pretty sure Luis Neri. So I'm taking Neri over Alameda.
This is just a reminder, if we all pick the same fights, then we're going to have to all drink Tecate. But because I am also taking Nere for this fight, I think it's not going to be close. But now we start getting into some little closer fights here. We go with John Casimiro versus Duke Minka. Or Micah. What do you guys think, Judge?
Man, John Real. This guy's good. He does have
brilliant insight there, Judge.
He's got the highlights in the hair. All right, he's ready to play. He don't come. I'm pretty sure that he's going to beat up Micah. I think it's actually going to be a lot closer fight than most are going to think. Because Micah's not really a big name. He is undefeated. So is Casimiro. I think Casimiro is probably going to win this fight by split decision.
Filthy Rich?
I wouldn't say split decision. I'm gonna say Casimiro. I'm not too familiar with either one of these guys, but Casimiro's the apple card, and judges tend to favor that apple card. It would have to be a major slip up. I'm gonna go with Casimiro on this one.
All right, boys. Here's the first time I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna show my genius. I'm gonna take the babyface Terminator. I'm gonna take Micah. Fight.
Enjoy that Tecate.
Real quick, are you picking him because his alias is the babyface Terminator?
No, but it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt. That might be my favorite next to the ginger with the intent to injure.
What about
I still think that should be Canelo's name, or maybe the name of his promotion, the ginger with the intent to injure.
What about the sauce?
Ooh, the sauce is good. I do.
That's
love
a good
sauce.
nickname.
No.
But hey, I'm going to go on a limb here. I like to go on a limb once in a while. So if I'm writing this one, you guys are never going to hear the end of it, first off.
No, we won't. We watch future episodes
because
it will never die.
He's going to be one of my new guys. He's got an 80% knockout percentage. He's undefeated. I like him. I like him. He's straight out of Ghana. He's ready to fight. He's the babyface Terminator. He'll be back. He's gonna win this fight. He's only a 5-1 underdog right now, so I may throw a little mythical money on that as well. I like him. So first time I went against you guys here, so you guys might be both drinking Tecate.
Raider Live is gonna think this guy's gonna knock the highlights out of his hair.
All right, now let's move on to the main events. We'll start with Jermell Charlo versus Rosario for it's a unification bout. And Filthy Rich, we'll start with you. What do you think about this fight first off, and what's your pick?
I think this is a really good fight. I gotta pick. I'm gonna pick Charlo because I'm afraid to drink Tecate. But Rosario could if Rosario is gonna win, he has to knock Charlo out. Charlo, I don't even know has hit the canvas in his career, so I don't know how you knock Charlo out. I'm taking Jermell Charlo over Jason Rosario, and I really like Jason Rosario, but if there's something on the line here, my pocketbook says put your money on Jermell Charlo.
Minus 450 favorite. Go ahead, Judge. What do you think?
I gotta agree. I really like Rosario. I think he beat up Julian Williams, him in the Herd fight, that was one hell of a fight, but I don't think either of them are deserving of that belt. Rosario, I think he handled Williams well. I don't think that's going to translate the same with Jermell. However, I am going to point out that it depends on what Jermell Charlo comes to the fight, because Jermell lost to Tony Harrison, which I thought he was going to wax the floor with him the first time they fought, and he didn't. I hope that it is a good Jermell that we see, because I think he has the ability, and I hope he doesn't overhype himself. I think it's going to be a close fight. I think it's going to go to decision. I agree with Rich. Rosario is going to have to knock Charlo down at least if he wants to win. Probably going to have to knock him out. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going with Jermell Charlo.
Well, as the viewers can find out here or see, we did not talk about our picks before the show, since Filthy Rich and the Judge have both picked the same fighters on every fight so far, right, as we've gone. I'm not going to change that. I'm not going to change that because I am also going with Jermell to win that fight. I think by decision. I don't think that Jermell's going to lose a decision on his own pay-per-view. That's just what I'm thinking. I'm curious. Is that one going to go first, or is that one going to go second? Do you guys know? I mean, that does kind of matter in my thinking, though. I think this is the first one.
That's the co-feature. That's the first fight.
Right.
The bigger fight is going to be Jermell. I just want to point out real quick that on this one, on the Jermell and the Rosario fight, if you want to know people who picked Charlo, you got Errol Spence, you got Sean Porter, right? Nonito Donaire picked Charlo. Daniel Roman picked Rosario. That ain't good. Lara picked Charlo. Tony Harrison also picked Charlo. Tony Harrison hates Charlo brothers. He picked Charlo to win this fight. So Caleb Truax, hometown boy, also picked Charlo to win this fight. So
get well, Caleb. Yeah, I think Jermell wins it. It is what it is. All right, let's move on to the main event, the second co-main event, but the actual real main event, Jermell Charlo versus Derevyanchenko. What do you guys think? I'm interested to see what you guys think. Judge, we'll start with you on this one here. Curious to see where you go with on this one.
Honestly, out of these two fights, these are both Charlo fights. I think are a lot closer than the odds say. Derevyanchenko fought Jacobs, fought Triple G. A lot of people think Derevyanchenko beat Triple G in that fight. I think Charlo's got himself a handful, but I think this is a fight that he needs to have, right? Just to get down to this quick, I think Charlo beats Derevyanchenko. I think he has the ring generalship. He's gonna control that. Charlo is probably gonna win, not by knockout. I don't believe by knockout, but I believe he's gonna win by decision.
So you're taking Charlo.
100%.
All right, Filthy Rich, are you going to agree with every fight on the judge, or are you going to go the other way?
Yeah, so this one, look, Derevinchenko is not some gatekeeper. He is not like some guy you walk over in this division.
No.
He is one of the tough guys in this division. I think Charlo ends up winning because of this whole Charlo brothers fight card. I think Derevinchenko is going to turn out to be one of the Bedu Jacks of this division, where Bedu Jack is just getting the short end of the stick every single time. There's something not right about it. This is why boxing has these flaws. The wrong guy ends up winning sometimes, and some of these judges' scorecards are ridiculous. I mean,
Would you call him Ugas?
I was just going to mention with Ugas, who won 12 rounds against Ramos, yet these judges, we don't know what they're seeing. I think us, the viewers, may see Derevinchenko give it to Charlo, and then on the scorecard, because there's gross beer on the line, they're gonna give this to Charlo. They're gonna give this to Jamal Charlo, regardless if he wins any round at all. I think this is a foregone conclusion. I don't know if it's the United States or a boxing federation or whoever it is. Someone does not want to see Derevinchenko win this fight, and that's what's going to happen. Derevinchenko is not going to win this fight unless he knocks out Charlo, which I don't see it happening. My I don't know if it's brain, my money, my heart, whatever, says Jamal Charlo comes out with the victory. Me and the judge are going 6 for 6 down the line.
Well, you guys agreed on every fight, which means if I beat you guys, first off, you'll never hear the end of it. And then second off, you guys will both be drinking Tecate. I'm going to go the other
Talking
way.
This trash right now. Wait till you be drinking Tecate next weekend. The podcast people, I hope you tune into the YouTube show and watch him drink Tecate next week. Go on.
I'll tell you, well, I haven't even told you who my pick is yet. But since you guys agreed on every pick, you guys have the same fate regardless win or lose. So just pointing that out. And I hope that I get to go and buy you guys a can and leave it on your front step like I did with the judge when we did that one time. I just brought him a giant can, and they had to go back and he'll put it in.
Better have a bow on it.
I'm going to take Derevinchenko in this fight. I think he showed his heart. He showed his talent against Triple G. I think this is where he takes that step into the next level, where he shows exactly that he's the man. He's the new force in this division. That he's someone to be reckoned with in this division. I take him in that fight. He's only at plus 155 right now, which it's in boxing terms, that's pretty much a coin flip right now on these two guys. I think he wins his fight. I think he gets I don't know if Jamal's ever been knocked down, but I think he gets a knockdown this fight. I think he gets a knockdown around 7 or 8, and I think he wins it late. I think he does. I think he wins 8 rounds, and that's where I'm going with it. So unlike you guys who take the chalk on everything, I took 2 underdogs. I took Derevinchenko, and I took my guy, the babyface Terminator, to win the fight. So
no, we don't always take the chalk, man. But let me pop in real quick, and I'll give you some inside people that are taking this fight. Sean Porter, Nonito Donaire, Lara, Tony Harrison, Daniel Roman, Figueroa, all picking Charlo. Jamal James, hometown boy, picking Charlo. People who are picking Derevinchenko, Usyk, Jarrett Hurd, Tugboat, Nyambar, Ivan Reddick. If you look at the experts for both of these fights, no matter how you split it, there might be a slight edge for one. It is damn near even for each. These fights you're going to want to watch. Tune into this. You need to do it. Tune in on the Saturday. Do it.
And by the way, if you follow us on Facebook, thank you. And if you don't, you need to do that, because we will go live before the fights. We've all decided that we're coming over to my house and not the judge's house for once, but we're going to my house to watch it. And we will go Facebook Live with Filthy Rich this time. Last time we went Facebook Lives, we didn't have Filthy Rich. We will have it this time. And then after the show, or after the fights, we will have a podcast-only reaction show to that as well. So make sure you tune into that. Make sure you subscribe to us on the podcast, because we will have a podcast-only. It's not going to be on YouTube, so you have to subscribe to the podcast. Our reactions to the fights, probably a lot of smack talking, especially if my guy, the babyface Terminator, wins. I'll tell you that right now. If he wins, it's going to be a lot of gloating. You're going to want to tune in for that. Also,
no, you won't. You won't tune in for that.
I just also feel like, I don't know, I just have a hunch, I'm going to go on record now, that there's going to be some controversial things happening during this pay-per-view that we're going to be wanting to talk about right away. And I'm going to go on record now. I feel like there's going to be controversy, whether it's a part of the decision or something happens. I just feel like there's going to be controversy in this pay-per-view at some point. So I'm excited for that.
Let me jump in here quickly, if I may.
Please do.
I am like there's a piece of me rooting for Derevinchenko. I'm a Derevinchenko guy. I like this guy a lot. I've watched him when he was like 6-0 or whatever it was. I have no problem losing, and like this whole betting thing, I have no problem losing if Derevinchenko wins. I'm going to be torn in this fight because I feel like I'll be rooting for Derevinchenko. So in a sense, on my part, it's a win-win because I have no problem if Derevinchenko wins. I'll actually be kind of happy to drink whatever we're going to be drinking.
Well, you know,
want to mention that
the scary part is if Derevinchenko wins and I win that 1 point over you guys, but the babyface Terminator loses, we all have to drink it. So I mean, we may have to try to get a sponsorship that week if that's what we're going to do. Just so Tecate, call me. The email's down below.
Yeah, people there.
Be bolder. No bueno.
Hey, Golovkin's with Tecate too. So
yeah, I know, and he's my guy.
But there ain't no big drama be bolder. It doesn't work that way.
Big drama bolda. It could work. It could work. All right, boys, let's end the show and go to Filthy Rich with his weekly shout outs. What you got, Filthy Rich, this week?
Look, there is a YouTube video. I need you guys to check this out. Asia Wilson of the Las Vegas Aces was called to a team meeting where it turned out to be a hoax, and she ended up winning the WNBA 2020 MVP. You got to check that video out. It is really cool. And speaking of the WNBA, shout out to Crystal Dangerfield, Rookie of the Year, and Cheryl Reeve, Coach of the Year, both from the Minnesota Lynx.
Yes.
And connecting the Minnesota Lynx here, I'm bringing this up because we're in Minnesota. Maya Moore married Jonathan Irons. She took 2 years off to free this man from prison. They got married 2 years away. He was wrongfully convicted. You can read up on the story. Congratulations, Maya and Jonathan. I don't know if you're going to be Maya Irons now, but congratulations to the two of you. Last and certainly not least, rest in peace, Gail Sayers, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, justice for Breonna. I drink to all of you. Thank you.
Cheers to all of that.
Cheers. I got to follow that.
Yeah, I should have made you go first.
Should have made you go last, man.
Judge Jimmy James, he is the one, the genius behind our podcasting. He's been working to get us on all these podcast servers, and I just want to give him some time to talk about why you should be listening to us on podcasts and where to find us. Go ahead, Judge.
Oh, it's tough to follow that, Rich. You really do set the bar real high, and I am not a high jumper. This is not an Olympic sport. But yeah, we have made Brews and Boxing a podcast for the first time. Been live for about a week. Find it on all your favorite sites, your Apple Podcasts, your Spotify, your iHeartRadio, your Stitcher, any smart speaker. Just say, Alexa, Google, play Brews and Boxing. You're going to get our latest episodes. Also go to our pages to find
did he freeze?
Years and years. No.
Oh, the judge froze.
Did I really?
Yeah.
First time?
First time,
No.
yes. Right in the middle of his promotion.
That's crazy. Maybe it's because I'm trying to promote and the internet's just like, I don't think so. But Either way, we're going to be uploading old episodes. Probably going to start with our greatest pound for pound list, 6 through 10 first, and then we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So please check those out if you want to know what those are. We'll be uploading that as much as we can. Please subscribe, and we'll add more every day.
Yeah, we love our YouTube fans. Thank you very much, and thank you for subscribing. If you found us on podcast, please go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/RaiderLive, RAITERLIVE, and subscribe to that as well. And also, if you're just watching us on YouTube, subscribe to the podcast server that you go to, Brews and Boxing, because we will have bonus episodes starting with this Saturday. We will have our bonus reaction podcast. It'll be a short little reaction podcast. Won't be on YouTube, so make sure you check that out. It'll be exclusive to our podcast because we're starting that out right now. And then if you're not following us on Facebook, Raider Live, we will go Facebook Live before the fights start, so you can see how ridiculous Judge looks when I buy him a case of Tecate and tell him I didn't get any other beer.
Please,
or maybe some behind the scenes. We have some other things going on Saturday. We're going to do a little photo shoot for our website and everything like that. So maybe we'll throw some behind the scenes on that as well. You never know. Be fun stuff to check out. All right, boys, you got anything else left? Filthy Rich, you got anything?
I'm good.
Okay, good talk. Judge Jimmy James, you got anything?
Oh, man, please tune in. Like I said, we're going to be adding more and more and more. Just watch us. We're giving you all the avenues to check out Brews and Boxing. Please let us know. Please tune in. Please subscribe. We want you to listen. We want to hear from you. We love boxing. You love boxing. Please check us out.
Couldn't have said it better myself. All right, for Filthy Rich and Judge Jimmy James, I'm Raider Live. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you guys next week.